All right, first graders. So last week we started reading Ralph Tells a Story by Abby Hamlin, and then we stopped and we predicted. So here we were on this last page, and we were talking about how Ralph is underneath his desk. He's looked out the window, he's looked in the aquarium, he's looked in his desk, he's talked to his friend Daisy, but he still has no story. Let's see what happens. Lying under my desk reminded me of laying in the grass at the park. I closed my eyes and imagined I was at the park. Just like that time, a little inchworm crawled on my knee. The sun was shining right into my eyes. Squinting, I picked up the wriggly inchworm and looked at it close up. And that's when my teacher found me. "What's your story about?" she said. I opened my eyes. Um, I saw an inchworm. "Wonderful," she said. "I can't wait to read what you wrote." But there was no inchworm story. I sat down and tried to write about the inchworm, but right away I got stuck. "Do you know any inchworm stories?" I asked Daisy. She just rolled her eyes and kept writing. And then my teacher said, "Writers, time to come to the rug, time to share." Oh, I'm thinking, how is Ralph feeling? "Ralph, why don't you go first?" said the teacher. I pretended that I had lost my paper. "Please, me, pick me, oh, 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 oh." You look excited to share. It didn't work. "He's sitting on it." I walked to the front of the rug. It took a long time. I held my paper against my chest so that no one could see it. "I was at the park," I said. "An inchworm crawled on my knee." It was quiet. Look at everyone's face. My heart went thump, 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 thump. That's when I looked at Daisy. "Wow, really? Did it feel squishy, Ralphie? Did you take it home?" And then everybody started asking me questions. "Did your mom let you keep it? Did you touch it? Was it a baby? Was it a girl? Did it tickle? Did you name it?" How's Ralph feeling now? Here he was. He's looking. I wonder how he's feeling now. All these friends are asking great questions about his story. Wait a minute, I thought. Something did happen with that inchworm. Well, I picked up the inchworm and decided to name him Nick. I built Nick a house, but he just inched away. So I followed him, which is why I didn't notice that someone was following me. And then all of a sudden, this wobbly, crazy baby grabbed Nick and put him in his diaper. I tried to be calm. "Come on, baby," I said really nicely. "Give Ralphie the inchworm." It didn't work. Was this the end of Nick? But then I noticed Nick was escaping. He crawled right out of the baby's stomach. Quickly, I rescued Nick and ran away. And we spent the rest of the afternoon doing nothing together. The end. Everybody clapped and cheered. "Show the picture, Ralph," someone said. "Wonderful! Hooray! Yay, Ralph!" I wasn't embarrassed anymore. So I did. There's Ralph. I was at the park. That was last year. This year, I write stories all the time. I keep finding stories everywhere. This book might be too thick to even staple. 100 Funny Stories by Ralph. Now, here's some writing tips from Ralph. Maybe you have felt this same way. You've had that connection with Ralph. You couldn't think of a story. Things weren't coming to you. You're sitting there, you're staring, looking around the room. You couldn't think of anything. Has that ever happened to you? So here are some writing tips from Ralph. 1. Get comfortable. 2. It's okay to ask for help. Here he is. He's asking Daisy, what was the funny thing I did again? Number 3, you can always write about what you had for breakfast. Pizza in the morning by Ralph. Yum! Number 4, eat lots of chocolate. And then here are some books now that Ralph has written. So if you look in the beginning of our story, they were all blank. There were no stories. He couldn't think of those ideas. Maybe you've had that same feeling. And now Ralph realizes that he has all these great ideas. So today your job is to make a text to self, a text to world, or a text to text connection with Ralph Tells a Story. Good luck.